Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6 NFL
Bam.
Week 17. All right, let's go, Ace.
Bam! All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 17 cannot wait.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment to the channel. So hit that subscribe and hit that like button. Our goal is to get 200 freaking likes this week.
250. Let's get 250.
250.
Let's get 250 likes this week, Big Ree. 200 at the minimum, but I want to see 250.
For sure.
Support the channel by purchasing the merch, boys and girls. The link is in the description. Get your merch. Follow us on Instagram, Big Ree and Ace Pick 6. We got the Instagram channel. Big Ree is active on there. We're going to get more active, so it's going to get more and more juicy, boys. So follow us on Instagram. Let's get into last week, Big Ree. What do you want to talk about? There was kind of a real interesting week. Football, starting on, Saturday, Christmas Day. So what's your thoughts? I mean, first we had the Cleveland Browns against the Green Bay Packers. The Browns almost squeaked it out, but, Green Bay came through with the W. Good game to watch, regardless. It was a good game to watch. I know you were probably double happy because you had your Packers win and Baker throw 4 interceptions. I'm sure it was a good day for you. Probably ate real well on.
As much as I hate to say this, I rarely say this, but the refs really won them this game. I hate to say it. I talk shit the other way around, so I'm going to say it. Even when it's my team, the refs won them this game.
You know what? They definitely missed that call at the end, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have to be honest. The Browns kicker was shaky, so I don't know if you could have counted on him to put the game-winning field goal in. They definitely would have had a chance. So look, the refs always factor in there. You can't blame them. I don't blame the refs. Dude, you have 4 interceptions at the end of the day. You can't win any games. That's just the bottom line. Yeah, refs are not throwing the ball.
Every interception he threw before the last one, the Packers made a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think Joe Buck quoted. I'll quote him. Every interception Baker has thrown has turned into Aaron Rodgers' touchdown pass.
Yeah.
So that kind of really screwed him. I mean, I don't know why they were even throwing. They were averaging almost 9 yards a carry.
They were pounding it
on the ground. So.
And then that last drive, I understand they got 1st and 10. You said they're around the 50. They're at midfield. Pound it. Pound it with Chubb and even what's the other guy, Johnson?
Dearness Johnson, because Kareem Hunt was out.
So they were just pounding it, dude. Continue to pound it. But one thing I will say, and I might get some slack from you, and I might get some slack from the viewers, is, look, Baker had 4 interceptions, and he threw at least 5 to 7 passes that were just dude, what are you doing, bro? Your decision making is really bad. Bad passes, but he made a lot of actually really good throws that I was dude, I didn't think Baker had that in him. So he showed why he was the number 1 overall pick, and he showed why the Browns keep sticking with him because 50-60% of the time he's really good. It's dude, this guy's making good passes. And then the other 40-50% of the time it's dude, this guy should be a 3rd string quarterback.
But now the question is, how much is he going to get in the offseason? Because he's going to compare it to Josh Allen right now, and Lamar is going to get paid. Lamar is going to get the money too, what he wants. How much is he going to get?
He can't get Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson
money. He's getting at least 30, even though he's not worth that.
I don't even think he's worth that. He shouldn't get that.
It's not what you're worth. It's what the market's on.
That's true, but he hasn't proven himself. He's shown flashes that he can be a good quarterback and a franchise quarterback. Maybe not a top 3 or 4 quarterback, but maybe a top 10. But he's shown flashes, but he's got to clean up. There was one time when he faked the handoff and then faded, I think it was left, and, threw the ball, and it was a bad pass, but his decision-making, he could have ran it for the 1st down. It was wide open. So those are the things he's got to clean up, his decision-making, and then he maybe can be an elite quarterback and demand the $30 million.
He's getting at least $30 million, even if it's not from the Browns. And the thing is that no matter what, it's going to be the Browns because
the Browns are
they have
to.
I agree. Even if they don't want it, they have to.
I think the Browns give him 5 years, 105, and call it a day.
He's getting at least 30.
You give him $20 million a year. He doesn't deserve 30 at this
even if
point.
they don't like him, they'll sign him and then try to trade him for something. They use their first number one pick on him. They can't just let it walk.
No, I don't think they let him walk, but he's not worth $30 million yet.
It's not. Dak Prescott isn't worth what he got.
That's true too. I agree.
So it's all about the market. If
You're right.
He's gonna compare himself to these other QBs. Like, hey, these guys are getting that. I mean,
you're right. No, you're right. So
he's getting at least $30 million. And I'm a Josh Allen fan. If Josh Allen's getting 40, he's gonna say he's not gonna take $20 million, half of what Josh Allen's getting.
Yeah, but Josh Allen, whether don't think he's a Super Bowl quarterback, he's shown way more than Baker has.
He has, yeah, for sure. But Baker's gonna say, even if I'm a downgrade, I'm not half worth him. That's gonna
so he's up this year, right? So he's
he's up this year. Well, I mean, the worst case is they'll franchise tag him. That's the worst case.
And I think that's probably what they should do, to be honest. Let him get one more year in and see what he can do. But he's gonna push for
like the Cowboys did with Dak, like 2 or 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. What about sad news out of the NFL? John Madden.
Yeah, that just broke today.
Like
a couple hours ago. I was sad, man.
Always
playing Madden, hearing him.
It's a fixture. The game is like name. You say you're playing Madden, right? And then you have to think about where that name is and all his broadcasting. I didn't know that he retired at age 42 as a coach.
Yeah, we weren't alive for that. Probably.
But he was a really good coach, and then retired as a really good coach, and then got into a lot of other stuff, and still was involved. But sad news. I know they just did that kind of documentary on him. On
for sure. The good thing they did.
Yeah, but just sad news. Arizona looks like crap without Hopkins.
I mean,
they're just looking like crap.
It was. I watched the whole game because I did have a solid amount on it. I'm not gonna lie. I lost. I put it up, and it was one of my picks.
Yeah.
But it's not Kyler's fault. It's the receiver's fault. They were missing wide open passes, like wide open.
But I think they're missing Hopkins. You know what I mean?
Of course, that's a big hit. That's a major hit. Of course, yeah. Obviously missing James Conner too.
He didn't play.
I mean, but
what do you think? Are they done? Are they done?
They had many opportunities. They're not done. I mean, they're still gonna get Hopkins back in the playoffs. But
are they? Is it for sure?
Not for sure, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's because now the Rams are picking it up, and now the Rams might win the division. They're still gonna make the playoffs, but I don't know what will happen because they were 7-0 or 8-0, and then
7-0, yeah, 7-0, and then
upside down.
So after that. I mean, I'm hearing Derrick Henry might come back.
Yeah, he's going to come back for sure.
They're saying maybe week 18 or the first week in the wild card.
I think they'll save him for the wild card because they don't want to just, take the risk.
Yeah.
You don't want to... everyone's doing that. They're saying Cam Akers is going to come back.
I heard that, too. Is that for sure?
They're saying he might play next week. They're saying... but Henderson is out.
Yeah, Henderson is out, so that's...
So he's out 3 weeks. But Sony Michel has been tearing it up.
He's been playing good, yeah. So I think
he's the better overall running back compared to Henderson.
I agree. Michel was a starter in New England for a while, and so I think that was good. Hopefully Akers can come back and be close to what he was. That'd be a nice boost for the Rams.
For sure, especially with Henderson out.
What else? Anything else from last week you want to discuss? Cowboys beat the hell out of
I was going to get to that.
Washington.
One of my picks.
They just completely pounced Washington. Didn't see that coming. Chiefs just ran all over the Steelers. That was
the Chiefs are just the Chiefs, man.
Chiefs are doing good. Chargers
fucking lost to the Texans.
I know that hurt a lot of people's Survivor.
Yeah, sorry, Bruce.
Yeah, and a lot of people's parlays.
They were making all these memes, like people with the parlay.
Yeah, I saw.
The Chargers.
We know somebody that had a nice one. And
everything hit. 8-teamer. Was it 7 or 8 teams?
8-teamer and Chargers money line. Not spread, money line. And
it was like minus 450 when he got it because it was early on in the week.
Oh, man.
But you were right. You did close it like minus 750.
Yeah, it just... just right now, it's just a funny time with all these COVID injuries.
Yeah,
it's really of COVID, absences and a lot of affecting. Look at Baltimore, bro. They had to sign a 10-day contract to Josh Johnson to be their QB.
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
The NFL, I said right now, is being ravaged by COVID, and what that means is there's opportunities. You pick up some of these lines early on in the week.
Yeah.
Somebody on the other team, 1 or 2 players goes down, and then boom.
Yeah, like my Dolphins pick last week. That was a 6.
You took Dolphins +3,
yeah,
and it closed -3.
Yeah.
I mean, 6-point difference.
Yeah.
I picked Baltimore +2.5, and then Huntley was out, and Jackson. It closed at like 7.5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just but that's there's
it's the good and bad about it.
Yeah, it's good and bad opportunity. So, what about any kind of BS talk segment of the week, Big Ree? Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, we always have BS talk. I mean, I read all the comments, every single comment I get. I know I went off on Ace last week. It was kind of my fault. I do apologize to Ace first of all. It was my fault. I got lost in my emotions, and a lot of people talking smack about me cursing. You guys are right. I should not be cursing on the show. We might have some young people watching it, and I apologize on my behalf of last week.
Well, apology accepted for me, Big Ree. Not like I said, I wasn't that upset. So otherwise, if I was really upset, I probably would have went back off on you. I was just more confused about the situation. Apology accepted. You're a real gentleman and a scholar for apologizing and taking responsibility. That takes a real man. So I think a lot of the viewers are going to appreciate that. And we just keep moving forward. I think everybody loves the passion from Big Ree. A lot of comments, people love your passion, and so a lot of people get like that when you talk about their team. And I think I didn't realize at that time when I was doing it, I was just doing my analysis on the game, but I didn't realize that not only was it your team, right? It was a team that I like. I don't have any real favorite team, and then so I think that probably played into it. So there's a lot of other factors that we didn't see at the time, but hopefully it was some good entertainment for some of you guys, and we move on. So look, we appreciate the apology, Big Ree, but you're Big Ree and you're emotional, so we got to take the good with the bad, and so that was good.
Had a nice long weekend finally. Take the Friday off.
Oh, you enjoyed the whole 3-day weekend.
Yeah, get that 3-day weekend.
And you got another 3-day weekend coming.
Yeah, New Year's Eve off.
It's going to be good to start the new year another 3 days. I'm definitely off Friday for sure. I'm not doing anything but watching football, college football games.
Yeah, they were saying there's 20 bowl games coming up, but who knows with that too? All these bowl games are getting canceled, man.
So who really knows? But
I just hope the playoffs go through.
Yeah, I think they will, but I just hope there's not going to be too many people off that mess up really. So I'm looking forward to those games, but yeah, I mean, there's the UCLA NC State game got canceled. So
I was looking forward to that one today.
That was one of our games we put on the bowl game thing,
yeah.
and so I'm sad that got canceled.
I think the Texas A&M one got canceled that we picked as well.
I know they changed, one of the teams dropped out, but then did it get canceled out yet?
I don't know.
I think they substituted Rutgers in there. But
Rutgers.
Who wants to watch Rutgers, bro? I think they're 5-7.
Yeah.
And so, we'll just see. But there's a lot of good games coming up the next 7 days, so can't wait for that.
So everyone dropped their pie places too and other places to eat. I was looking
forward to this. Just some guy out of Detroit gave us some pizza places in Detroit. There are some pie places, so I'm looking forward. I mark all of those down.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have it in the list. So when we travel to those cities, definitely going to be on. And I think even when we travel or I travel, we'll put out a video, say, hey, we're the trip going out. Let us know.
Yeah. Nothing like traveling is great, but eating is always part of traveling.
You gotta. I remember back in the day, not as much now with Instagram and, but back in the day when you'd watch the Food Channel and Food Network and Drivers, Diners, and
I still watch it.
Dives and all those stuff, and you see these places. I'm a big diner guy, Big Ree.
Yeah.
I love a diner with a nice, just, get some scrambled eggs, some hash browns, and some pancakes and whatever, all the cup of joe. So I'm a diner kind of guy, and so I love watching that show and just seeing the different kind of cool places all around the U.S. and
for sure,
always keeping those on my list. But I want to say one time I traveled to New Mexico, okay, and there was some restaurant that was on there, talked up. That was the biggest doozy of all time. I don't want to give them a bad rap, but the doozy, big time doozy, like disappointing. I was like,
Yeah,
dude, are you kidding me?
Sometimes they're just good for like the Instagram pics. There's certain restaurants, even I know here in LA.
Oh yeah,
they're just good for the Instagram pics, and their food's not good. Like
very,
it looks so good, it's very deceiving.
I always get Instagrams, bro. Always get catfish on the Instagram with these places.
Yeah.
And we still gotta hit up the funnel cake, bro. When are we gonna hit up that?
I don't know. I'm down to right after this.
So we gotta hit up that funnel.
But
cake,
I want that New Year's resolution, so I want to do it before.
But you need to do it before then. That's for sure.
Because I've been eating like the last 2 months. I've just been shit. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know.
Get it in.
Just accept the L, you know, and then once the New Year starts,
then you gotta go hard.
Exactly.
So get in what you need to get in now.
Yeah,
I agree.
For sure.
I'm trying to think. There's nothing really on the docket for me coming up that I'm really pumped about, but I do want to try that funnel cake place. I do got a lot of snacks at the house right now because I knew last couple weeks I'm, gonna be just watching bowl games and movies and Netflix. And
I started watching Netflix actually.
Oh really? Finally?
Chapo.
Oh, you've been watching Chapo?
I just finished the first season.
What did you think?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Chapo is good. I watched the whole season already, all 3.
Oh man,
that's good. Yeah, Chapo is good. There's a lot.
Season 2 now.
Okay, so that's good. How long did it take you to go through season 1?
Probably like a day and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap! So you went quick. Damn.
Yeah, pretty quick. Because the season 1 is only 9 episodes, and the episodes are only like 40 minutes.
Oh really? Okay. I don't remember. Yeah,
that's why. And then I checked season 2. It's like 52 minutes and 13 episodes.
Oh, nice. So you got a lot to look forward to though with El Chapo. I had 2 cups of abuelita. This weekend, 2 big old cups.
Nothing like the abuelita.
So
I drank some eggnog.
Okay, you had some eggnog. I had the traditional eggnog on, Christmas Day. That was good. But yeah, I mean, looking forward. Before we forget, I want to make sure we give everybody a Happy New Year shout out. 2022.
Yeah, Happy New Year 2022.
Make
Be
it a
safe.
good one, boys. Be safe.
Don't be drunk. If you do drink, just take the Uber or Lyft.
Yeah, or
have a designated driver.
For sure. Be safe. Let's make 2022 a good year. Let's get into our shout outs. Let's get into some shout outs, Big Ree.
All right. Shout out to Butch Golan. Sorry.
What up, Butch?
And then shout out to the BMAC015.
BMAC. Oh, I want to give this shout out to
that's why I said that one.
Number 3. I want to give a shout out to Akimbo Never Misses. Akimbo!
Shout out to Marquise Williams.
Marquise Williams is pretty active, bro. Yeah. He's pretty active on our channel, so big shout out to Marquise.
I'll let you give the last one.
Shout out to Charlie Foy. What up, Charlie? Any other shout outs?
That's pretty much it. And shout out to the boys in Surrey, BC. It's a record low temps. I hope you guys are doing well.
Wow.
It's freaking freezing over there.
Oh, man, really?
Freezing your ass off.
Damn.
I know they go by Celsius. They sent me like a snap. It's like negative 11 Celsius over there. That's like 7 Fahrenheit.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
so it's
crap.
Like freezing their asses off. Hope you got the heater on. BAPs.
Better have that heater and get that Tim Hortons. That Tim Hortons coffee. Get those Timmy balls?
French vanilla.
Vanilla dip. The vanilla dip. Oh, I can't wait till I get back to good old Canada and Vancouver and Toronto, Calgary, Montreal. Next time I go up there, I'm making a trip to a few of those areas. I'm not just going to 1 or 2, but can't wait to get to some Tim Hortons.
Yeah, shout out to all of Canada.
Shout out,
our Canada followers.
For sure.
Let us know if you're from Canada.
Yeah,
hit the comments.
Hit the comments.
And what part of Canada too?
So give us a shout out.
We can have a place to stay when we come.
Big Reese trying to get that lodging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, the survivor pick. I know it was a doozy last week with the Chargers and Houston. Chargers dropped it, but I'm doubling down again. San Francisco versus the Texans. Taking San Francisco. That's the survivor pick, Big Ree. Anything else you want to throw in?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with a different survivor pick. I like the Bears over the Giants.
The Bears over the Giants after they upsetted the Seattle last week.
Yeah.
That was the last minute. Seahawks.
I just think the Giants are complete shit at this point. They're done with Danny Dimes.
Dunzo.
And as much as I love Saquon, he seems to be done after that torn ACL.
Unfortunately, you're probably right there too.
Kenny Galladay has been completely shit. I don't think he's had a single touchdown this
Bust.
season.
So far, bust.
They paid him 4 years, $72 million. So it's just everything bad.
And
there.
did one of the other receivers get hurt?
Who? I don't know.
Shepard?
Sterling Shepard? Yeah, probably.
I think he got hurt. So
Evan Ingram hasn't turned out to be what they wanted, and their defense is shit. So that's my survivor pick.
I like Justin Fields, so I'm rooting for him. I'm glad that I made a note. I'm glad that Rashad Penny is starting to play well.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team.
Did you play him?
I had to play him by default.
Oh, really?
Because DeAndre Swift was out, and Gibson was a game-time decision, so I had to play him.
And you go.
He fucking tore it up. He had like 19 and a half points.
He tore it up, so you got nice. I was high on him out of San Diego State
for sure.
when he was a rookie, and then he's just been injured and hasn't really showed. But the last couple games, dude, this guy.
Feed him.
If
keep feeding him next week too.
Between him and Carson, they got solid.
Carson's done for the season, so feed him
one
more week.
Yeah, but next season,
feed him all week.
In the playoffs or what? Okay, fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, for the ship.
Okay, well, good luck, Big Ree, on your fantasy championship, and let's get into it. Here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. Game 1. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Jets. Tampa Bay is a 13-point favorite. Tampa Bay 11-4, coming off a 32-6 win versus Carolina. Completely dominated Carolina throughout the game. You know, they have won 5 of their last 6 games. Running back Vaughn and Ronald Jones filled in well for the injured Leonard Fournette. Antonio Hollywood Brown was back, 100 yards receiving. But on their 8 road games on the season, only 1 win was by 13 points. Only 1 win. Then we got the Jets, who are 4-11, coming off a 26-21 win versus Jacksonville in the Toilet Bowl. Zach Wilson has showed flashes of why the Jets drafted him number 2 overall. 14 for 22, 91 yards on the ground with a 52-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he showed flashes that's why he's number 2 overall. Look, 7 of their 11 losses have been by over 13 points. And they have nothing to play for. Don't get fooled by Tampa Bay by only 1 win over 13 in the road games. You know, Tampa Bay needs this W, and so I'd like Tampa Bay to spank the Jets. I'm taking Tampa Bay minus 13. Game 2, Kansas City Chiefs at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Chiefs are a 5.5-point favorite. Kansas City 11-4, coming off a 36-10 spanking of Pittsburgh. Just dominated them. They're on an 8-game winning streak, Big Ree. You know, but 6 of their 8 games are at home. That's one thing. They are at home. And the defense is playing well, giving up only 13 points per game over that stretch. Mahomes is looking like Mahomes. He's playing good after struggling early with a lot of turnovers. Cincinnati 9-6, coming off a 41-21 win versus Baltimore. You know, they did beat Baltimore by 20, but they were, you know, against a 10-day contract quarterback, so not super impressed with that. You know, look, Burrow threw for 525 yards. That's a franchise record. Joe Burrow looking really good. Higgins topped the 1,000 yards on the season, and Jamar Chase, you know, 1,100 yards. So they got the receivers. Mixon is not playing great as of late, to be honest. He's not, but you know, I don't know. I think I still like him, and he can break out at any game. 4 out of the Cincinnati 6 losses were only by 3 points, so they're not getting blown out when they do lose. Look, they're at home. They've been playing good as of late. They need this win more than Kansas City does. And I just think they're playing good, and I think Kansas City might win, but I'm rolling with Cincinnati plus 5.5. I'm taking Cincinnati plus 5.5. Game 3, we got the Houston Texans at the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are a 12.5-point favorite. Houston 4-11, coming off an upset win, 41-29 versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Nobody saw that coming. Look, they're on a 2-game winning streak, Big Ree. They're 3-3 in their last 6 games. Rookie quarterback David Mills is playing pretty good as of late. He's looking pretty solid, good completion rate. But I still don't trust him 100%. I definitely don't trust the defense. Don't get fooled here that they won and everyone's going to be like, oh, Texans. No. Don't get fooled. San Francisco 8-7, coming off a 2017 loss to Tennessee. They blew that game. Quarterback Jimmy G, 2 interceptions. This guy just can't, control the ball. He's just.
I think Ice Tray might play this weekend.
This game he might. Yeah, he might trade
because Jimmy's hurt.
Yeah, they're saying he's hurt, but they haven't officially ruled him out.
They haven't. Yeah. So.
But either way, dude. I think. Look, I'm not big on Houston. Look, they had won 5 of 6 prior to that. Lost last week. They're currently in the wild card, and so I really like San Francisco here. This is my lock of the week, taking San Francisco minus 12.5.
All right,
Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is the Rams at the Ravens. The current spread is Rams minus 3.5. We got the Rams coming off a huge road win versus the Vikings, 30-23. Played a good game. Matthew Stafford finally stepped up. Sony Michel had a huge day, as I mentioned. Ravens coming off a terrible loss versus the Bengals. As Ace mentioned, Joe Burrow had a huge day. They just got whooped. I mean, overall between these two teams, Rams are clearly the better team for sure. But as Ace mentioned, they were playing with a 10-day contract quarterback. I think Lamar comes back this week. It's being played in Baltimore. There's a 50% chance of rain, so there's going to be a lot of run. I think this is going to be a close game. I'm taking the Ravens plus 3.5 and Moneyline. I think they win this one. I think they really need it. I think the Ravens win. At least 60 to 70% of the money is going to be on the Rams for sure. 3.5 is very low for this spread. But it could move, like you said. But I'm still taking the Moneyline as well. The next game I got is the Broncos at the Chargers. The current spread is Chargers minus 5.5. Broncos coming off a 17-13 loss to the Raiders in Vegas. Chargers coming off a terrible double-digit loss, as we've talked about, to the Texans. I mean, you had a lot of players out with COVID, but still, you can't lose to a rookie quarterback. I don't care if it's on the road, because every Charger game is a road game, even at home when it's in LA. This week will be a road game. Justin Herbert just played bad. He wasn't himself. I mean, that's just what it was, a combination of that. And I don't think anyone is sold on the Chargers yet. They still have a chance of making the playoffs, but even if they do, they'll get bounced in the first round.
They were in the playoffs prior to this week, and now they're out right now.
I think the Ravens are ahead of them and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I just think the Broncos are a solid team. I think the Chargers win this one by a field goal, but I'm taking the Broncos plus 5.5. And the last game I got is the Eagles at Washington football team. The Eagles are a 4-point favorite. Eagles coming off a 34-10 win versus the Giants. Washington, as Ace mentioned, coming off a whooping versus the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football. Dak stepped up. Kudos to the boys, Zeke. And this guy deserves a shout-out. Micah Parsons. He might win Defensive Player of the Year. He's winning Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
For sure. He might win Defensive Player of the Year.
He's playing lights out, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, they were originally about to take the cornerback out of Alabama.
Diggs?
Patrick Surtain.
Oh, Surtain, yeah.
And then they had to trade down, but because this was a blessing in disguise for them.
It's crazy, yeah.
And then Washington, they just look like they're ready for Cancun and to go on vacation. I still think they have some life. Normally, after a whooping, it gives you a little humbleness, and I think it's a wake-up call. At least 70%. 70% is going to be on the Eagles, at least, minimum, because the spread is only 4, and I think this is a Vegas special of the week. So I'm taking Washington plus 4. That's my lock of the week. Anything to say before we log off?
No, I think just Happy New Year's, boys and girls. Happy 2022. That's all I can say.
All right, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Peace out.